Hello, I'm back because I've committed to Wednesday, Mercury Day videos because I can do that now. And it's not polished. I'm in my room and there may be some distractions behind me, my clothes and things, but it's real, so that's what we're rolling with. I really just like the lighting of this window, and I often bask in this window any chance I get that it's sunny out, because the sun is really important to me in general. And yeah, so last week I got a request from photosynth fairy, and I think yeah photosynth fairy, and they wanted me to talk about minimalism, which admittedly, like, I'm not much of a minimalist anymore. I used to be when I was in my early 20s. I moved around a lot. I first had to move out of my living situation when I was 23, and I think I was going through a really intense metamorphosis, spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it. And I knew I didn't want to live where I currently lived anymore. And I decided to pack my bags and move across the country. And I couldn't bring everything with me. At the time, I had spent 6 months on the west coast of California, and all I had was a backpack. Actually, I think I may have started with a suitcase, and I realized how impractical that was because I was really backpacking. And, dirt roads and suitcases don't really mesh well. And like, I didn't really, my plan was to just wing it. And so, whatever that I couldn't donate or give away, I put in a little closet in my mom's house, and I just was gone for about 5 or 6 months. And it's really interesting being a minimalist and being an artist. I find it really difficult, and this was pre me having an iPad. And even though I have an iPad, digital artwork, like, I'm still trying to like break through that mental barrier of making digital artwork, because I love tangible things and I love texture in my art. And I did not make a lot of art when I was out there, and I didn't do a lot of dancing. And I think that really affected my mental health and my journey. And I had an amazing time. I met amazing people. But I think when you have that creative urge, that like crafting thing with your hand urge, you like naturally become a collector. Like, it's just the urge to gather materials is just so visceral. And yeah, like, it was really hard for me to grapple with that, and not have a solid place to like feel home. I could never like settle. And for some people, that is like, they're like, yes, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there. And I still love to travel. I haven't traveled in years, and it's taken a toll. I'm like, I missed the urge. I'm actually going to get my passport renewed today, so I am like so excited about that, because that is something I've been wanting to do for months. But in terms, going back to minimalism, I feel like there's got to be a balance. And like right now, I've lived I had to move back to my home state, and I've been here for like 2 years. And when I moved back, I won't say I had nothing, but like traveling really did its number. I had like a few boxes of things and just not a lot. And I also have to move come March, and I don't know where I'm going. And looking around, and I have all this stuff, I'm like, I'm not used to this. And it's daunting to have to move a lot of things. And I still am under the belief that, like, when you die, you can't take your things with you, you know? Like, they gotta go somewhere, they gotta. So I'm in the process now of letting go of things. I've accumulated plants because I do love plants. I've accumulated stuffed animals because my inner child was wanting to be seen and supported. So yeah, I have books, crystals, like all of these things, and it's definitely going to be another transition. So I look forward to it. I'm excited because I feel like the best part about moving to a new space is decorating that space. And if it takes you a year to 2 years to decorate, you know, I really love the way my room is set up right now. If you could see this wall in front of me, it's like the whole thing's like an altar. But yeah, it's like bittersweet because I feel really thankful for where I live now, but it's time for me to move on. And finding the place and downsizing is gonna be the final like push I have. And it's, yeah, I have to stay in this state right now because I'm currently in school. I decided this year that I'm gonna go back to college and get my degree, because I want to break the ancestral curses and get a higher education. um yeah, but so in terms of minimalism, to bring it back, I don't have a plan when I say these, so it's just off the top of the dome when I say this stuff. But you know, I think minimalism serves a purpose when you're traveling, when you want to be less attached to the material realm. And I think you can also strike a balance between collecting things that you love and that make your space feel beautiful and whimsical and warm and inviting and a place that you love to be. It's like it doesn't have to be an empty space, you know, that is purely functionality, because while that is great for some people, yeah, I personally like a warm and inviting space, and I like to lay in bed a lot and rest. I'm not in the go, 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 do, do, do. And I was for a long time. And, like, I still will if I have to be. But that's not where my energy really wants to thrive and go. You know, I want to like be still and create for hours, which is still productive, but it's like concentrated. And I make jewelry, I make paintings, I make felt stuff, I do all kinds of things which takes up space. Right? And I think we have to be okay with taking up space. Like that can be healing for people who felt like they couldn't take up space. So I really think it's everything is relative. Like, you know, whatever is a priority for you and how you want to exist, do it. But don't feel like you have to do it to achieve a certain lifestyle or aesthetic, you know, because it'll always feel like a part of you is missing if you do that. And my creative side was always like, I don't have paint, I don't have paper, I did because I'm just going and traveling all the time. And yeah, my goal is to be more balanced, to strive for a balanced way of living, and that means having some stuff, but not like drowning in stuff, because we don't need to do that. Yeah. Thanks for listening, and I guess I'll do I didn't do one last time, but I like to like put a little prayer of intention, just whatever flies off the dome when I make a video, because if someone watches it and someone is listening to the prayer, then that kind of like doubles the prayer in a way for me. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to pray that everybody, every human, plant, animal, has what they need, and to the extent where it still causes growth and a little discomfort, because you need discomfort to grow. And I pray that people are able to let go of things that they don't need, because I know lots of people who struggle with that. And I pray that humans, everyone, can hold on to things that mean a lot to them, because it also sucks to get rid of something and then 2 months down the line be like, shit, you know? So, yeah, being intentional with letting go of things and loving the things you have in a good way that is harmonious with everything. And may we have the courage to give and receive more, like in healthier ways. Instead of throwing things away, we give them to somebody who may need it. You know, I recently stopped donating clothes to Savers, because they're a for-profit thrift store. Excuse me. And not that I have a problem with that, but well, humans are always accumulating things. So personally, I like to give them things. And I would rather donate clothes to, say, a shelter, or save them for a clothing swap, you know. But if you find you're just like swimming in clothes and it's overwhelming, you know, yeah, donate them to a shelter. I did that in January and it felt really good. I had a huge bag of clothes, and yeah, do nice things for people who can't repay you back, just because you have enough, because we are enough and we have enough. And my prayer is for people to remember that we are enough and we have enough and there is enough. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.